Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to round 9 of Fair Play Racing League. Tonight we are at Hungary for the Division 1 Grand Prix. So I'm your host tonight, David Lolface. I am the only person on comms tonight, unfortunately. Fry Guy had to pull out because he's not feeling well. We hope you feel better soon, buddy. So, starting off in Q1 then. We've at the moment got 15 drivers. We are expecting a couple more. Couple that I know Shots is going to join us a little bit later. So, what do we have then? Early doors. Hungary, often called Monaco without the walls. Looks like we've got RS Toffee going out. I don't have game audio. There we go. Sorry about that, ladies and gents. Let me just pull up the chat very quickly. As we get to hear the awful noise of RS Toffee going round in 8th gear. I have my chat. I just need to work out where the pop-up is. There it is. Right, great stuff. Good evening, chat. Welcome. Good evening, F1 Ryan. Nice to see you could join us when you could be practicing. Oh dear. Oh dear. I've completely missed that. Well, I didn't completely miss it. You guys saw it very nicely. Hirsch being caught out there in the middle of turn, whatever turn that is. Unfortunately, RS Toffee taking out his front wing. As you can see, he's lost the whole of his front wing. He'll have to come in. Well, thankfully, you don't have repair time. It is definitely unfortunate. I can agree with you. Okay, so who's on the hot lap at the moment? We've got Twins out on his hot lap. Looks like he's the first one round after unfortunate incident there with RS Toffee. Of course, newly inducted member of the Dutch Mafia we have here. And good evening also in the chat to correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that is Son of the Fire. I still haven't learnt to pronounce your screen name, mind. So Twins coming around the last corner now. Some strange gear selection there, I'm not quite sure what that was about. Comes across the line, it's a 1:16.4, it's not a bad lap for a first time round. I'm sure they'll be looking to improve. So, looks like we've lost Preacher Chom, and that was around the end of this first sector, it looks like. Okay. We've got a couple more drivers putting in their laps. So we've got Hirsch, Farder. There goes RBT. I was going to wait until I mentioned this, but he is rapid. Very rapid. He was last week. Couldn't quite convert his pace into a win. I think there was some bad luck happening around Silverstone last week. 1:15.8. Again, 6/10 faster than anyone else so far. My PB, Ryan, is, I believe, a 1:15.6. And that's, of course, that's in time trial. Game chat. Thanks for reminding me, Shots. Let me just party up. Right, apologies for that. I was not in a party. So, yeah, that was a little embarrassing. So RBT comes in, probably feeling pretty good about that lap. UG Passy gets himself also into the 15s. It's a good lap from him, a 15.9. Just a 10th off RBT at the moment. Anything can happen indeed, Ryan. A 15.1, I wouldn't brag about that too much. We might think about putting you into Tier 1. With the fast boys. Okay, next across the line we've got the Aston Martin of Object. Not a representative time there, it seems. Bleach Jack bringing himself in. Right, this is where I get screwed over by the colour of the cars. Biddle's 15.1 as well. That's it, we've got to get Biddle into Tier 1 as well. Which of course means he would indeed have to leave AlphaTauri. Which, as a Merc driver, I wouldn't mind too much. I think... as Josh going for a little spin in this middle sector. Very technical sector, very hard sector to get right. But it does feel good when you do. It looks like Dino trying to summon the Illuminati in the chat. I must ask you to please resist summoning the Illuminati. Object coming across the line, what can he do this time? Does not improve. So he's going on to his hot lap now though. He's not using his ERS, although technically doesn't need to. Only 15 in the lobby. Only 15 in the... Only 15 in... Well, in Q1 after Preacher spun himself out around here. On what I can only assume was his hot lap. A little bit wide there from Fungus, but he looks like he kept it clean. It's very, very valid there, Ryan. Some of the curves is really quite brutal around here. Some of them, like that one, you can indeed have a bit of fun with mounting them, if you pardon the phrase. Now, it looked like Object is gonna bother putting in a representative lap. Does go faster, so 119.1 without ERS. which isn't too bad, all things said. So at the moment, just 3 cars yet to set a time. Looks like we lost T-Jack as well. At some point, he's crashed out somewhere. Is that around here? It is indeed. As he gets his car despawns just as Ali Ferrari 5 in the mighty Mercedes gets through sector 2 now. There's a lot of love for the RBT family in the chat. Yeah, I think it's quite hard to look past him for the pole position at the very least today, and hopefully, for his sake, can give himself a nice, a good finish. As Ali Ferrari there, I talk the talk, but Ali Ferrari put himself in second with marginally slower time, but that is a good lap there from Ali Ferrari, a 1:15.8. Okay, so further down we have Josh on his hot lap. Sector 2 now, hitting those almost perfectly. You definitely don't want to mount the sausage. That's good life advice as well, don't mount the sausage. Of course, if you want to, that's that's up to you. As Object retires from the session. Of course, it doesn't need to go any faster. I get a strange feeling with being accosted by an RBT fan club in the chat. And Dino says my qualifying pace is doo-doo. That's very eloquently put. But my race pace is godly. Well, no need to put pressure on yourself or anything. Joshua spins. You probably caught himself on that inside curb, and that is a horrible curb to hit. You will go round, and you will like it or lump it. So, Quickjack just finishing his outlap. We'll stick it onto the ERS onto hot lap mode as he starts his flying lap. Will he? I mean, he won't, because, you know, just to spite me, he keeps ERS off. That's fine. I don't think there's an issue with the ERS. For me, I did see Ali Ferrari's going down. It's a strange one. So Joshua will go again after his misfortune. Hirsch sets a 1:15.4. That is mighty. Almost out of nowhere. After that unfortunate coming together with Stuffy early on in the session, puts himself up in first. That is a great lap from him. So, yep, quite a few of you in chat have just noticed. Welcome to everyone. Welcome to what appears to be a Dutch contingency. Welcome from Fair Play Racing League. I would ask you not to spam. I can mute you. I don't want to. Get it? He's a fast boy. No need to spam, mate. It would be great if you didn't. Fantastic. Right, Shots joining in late, but here nonetheless. Comes and puts himself in 6th position. It's a good lap from here. Good lap from him. So, yeah, Ryan, definitely a good lap there from Hirsch. We know he has it in him. He's, of course, I believe the championship leader at the moment. He's got a few race wins under his belt. As I just make sure I'm not chatting crap. Yep, he is indeed currently ahead by 35 points in this division. But not only is he fast, he is consistent. As Benny says, he thinks Ceres is faster than Hirsch. Well, he's going to have to prove it on track, I think. Because right at the moment, 4 tenths up is Hirsch to RBT. Excuse me, just taking a small drink of the bevy. So for those of you interested, tonight's bevy of choice is a nice ice cold Cobra. Why not? All fun and games till I beat Hirsch. Yep. Well, I've got faith in you, Ali. Even though you've got Ferrari in your name, I know you bleed Mercedes colour, whatever they would call it, turquoise, maybe, I guess. Either way, we all know you secretly love Merc, and that is what I say, so therefore it is true. Right. So Josh across the line to complete out this session. That will close out the classification for qualifying 1. Fastest in the session is Hirsch with a 1:15.4, mighty lap from him. Second is almost favourite for pole position, RBT Ceres. I think he's probably building up to a mighty time in Q3. Of course, he has to get through Q2 first. Ali Ferrari there with a respectable time as well, getting into the 15s, as is AG Passy behind him. Again, I think last week we saw some really good pace from him. I think he'll look to build from that and get a good result today. 5th is Eagle with a 1:16.1. Good to see him back in the Aston Martin this week, actually. Behind him, Shots, then Twins. Dino just in 8th. Let's say he's confident that his race pace is better than his quali pace, so take your word at that. 9th is RS Toffee, managing to get himself there after the unfortunate incident at the start of the session. And so Josh in 10th, Fardo 17 in 11th, Rushed in 12th, Foochjack 13th, Object Fungus 14th. And we've had 2 DNFs that are Preacher Chom and OMT TJ, of a member of the Dutch mafia. Do I hate you, Shots? I don't think I hate you. In fact, I very much appreciate you pointing out that I hadn't put myself in a party, so everyone in game chat was hearing me talk. So, are we going to the next session? I mean, it's not very often I get through Q1 without saying this, but usually this game is perfect and has no bugs. It appears we're sitting at at this screen for quite a while. Looks like Preacher's AFK or AFC. Preacher is, I think, in the words of Kimi Räikkönen, he's gone to have a shit. Maybe not. I don't know. That swear was for you, by the way, Räikkönen, if you're watching this back. Yeah, Ali in the chat agreeing with me. That's obviously the only explanation. So we're currently waiting on Preacher to get back from wherever he may be. Having another swig, because why not? So, how's everyone in the chat? One thing I didn't say is the inside information being provided by someone who should not be named. The apparently self-confessed Dino fan. Dino has confirmed it's going to be dry all the time. So dry race, dry quality, and obviously a very modest guy too. So let's quickly go through the current standings while we wait for Preacher to get back, because this is definitely not at all awkward. So at the moment we have. I'll start from the sort of mini league we have for reserve drivers. So new to this week, he's not racing yet. We've got RSF1 Vettel, not racing tonight, but hopefully will be joining us next week. In front of him we've got Josh, who has not raced yet, I don't believe. Behind him we've got F1 Nico, again not here this week. But had a good time. Had a good time last week in Britain. I don't know why I forgot where we were last week. Because I don't know if anyone watched last Friday, but I don't know. Apparently, some really good guy won the race. I'm not quite sure who on the Friday, but yeah, he's on 1 point, as is AG Passy, also reserve driver, on 1 point. Ahead of the reserves at the moment, we've got RP1 Azura, again not here this week, had a good time out last week in Britain, I believe. Okay, so the regular drivers, there's 20 of them, I promise. 20th place is Rushed. He currently has no points. and he's in the Ferrari. 19th place is Raikkonen. Raikkonen has himself a 1 point. 18th place is Matt French, 45 with 1 point. In front of him is Kiwi on 4 points in the Red Bull. 16th place is Eagle in the Aston Martin, 6 points for him. In front of him, T-Jerk in 15th for the Haas F1. 14th place is Groensey in the Mercedes. 18 points he's got. So at the moment he's level with Preacher Chom on 18 points in the McLaren. Currently having a very long comfort break, I would assume. So 12th is Joshua in the Red Bull, 20 points. 11th, Twins, the Alpine, 24 points. Fardo in 10th on 36. Shots in 9th on 40. RBT only in 8th position at the moment. We know he's got much better speed, but currently sat in 8th with only 41 points. 7th at the moment, Ali Ferrari, equal with Dino in joint 6th, I suppose. 48 points between them. Well, between them. 48 points apiece. RS Toffee in 5th, 51 points. Object Fungus, 4th with 60 points. Monkey Boy Kurt finding himself in 3rd. Not here this week, unfortunately. He's I heard he's working until 1 AM. Klutschak in 2nd. He was the early leader of this. Currently on 89 points. He's 29 points clear of Monkey Boy Kurt in 3rd though. And at the moment leading as it seems like everyone's decided to quit out and restart. Good. I'm just going to finish going through the leaderboard because I can. So I don't think there's a way for me to do this without quitting the game, so I will finish off. Yep, Hirsch currently in 1st, 124 points. He's got a 35 point lead going into this race, and we will be back momentarily. And we're back, I hope. I think. Oh, good. I've got an online services error. Now, last time this happened... Oh, it worked. Bloody hell, I wasn't expecting that. Last time I had to restart the game again. So, let's just rejoin the lobby and I'll be with you very soon. So, we're getting back in the lobby now. I do apologise for the technical difficulties. The game obviously should have a way of dealing with issues like that. Apparently it doesn't. Oh good. Failure to join the session. let's see. Let's see if this works, chat. Vamos. There it is. Yeah, well, it would be great to have the opportunity for him to be Vamos. I know that's not great Spanish. I assume it's Spanish. As Dino, yeah, no, indeed, I think this is broken. Okay. Right, I will be back in a minute. Hopefully, if it doesn't join this time, I will restart the game. Come on! Power! As if shouting power at my Xbox will make it work. I don't think it's going to work, so I'm going to restart my game. It's smoking something, Ali. It is smoking something. Okay, we will be back in a second. Again, apologise. Right, let's give this another go, shall we? Why not? Why not indeed? Oh good, here we are again. Let me mute myself while I swear at all the issues. Back in a minute. And we're back. And we're back. Let me spectate quickly. Ooh! So it turns out that if I try and join from my Mercedes teammate, I'm sure will be very happy to hear about. It works. We are back indeed. So thank you, Ali, for letting me join off you. When I say letting me, you didn't have a choice in the matter. I only banged the Xbox once, and I only swore a couple more times than you suggested I did in the chat. This game is perfect and has no bugs. So, moving on. We are having to restart Q1, but everyone should be... everyone should come out, just set a lap or just do an out lap. I am not 100% sure, but then retire in the pits. Not on the track, I must add. So if everyone's listening, come out and do a lap, not a fast lap, and then come back in. I don't think it's worth the risk. Don't think it's worth the risk in... Well, Object Fungus thinks it is worth the risk. So... set a lap, come straight in. Not on inters. Shots, not on inters. So shots, that is actually in the rules now. You're not allowed to go out on a dry track in wet tyres on purpose. That does result in a quali ban. And here we go. Here we go. I mean, there doesn't appear to be much point in adding commentary to what's going on. So, of course, no one went out in Q1. Well, okay, technically Preacher Chom went out in Q1. That has given T-Jerk access to Q2 where he didn't before. I'm gonna say, for the sake of it, we'll let it go. Because I didn't think of it until this moment. He's already out on track, so that's fine. I do apologise for calling the RVT fan club a Dutch contingency. It's in fact Hungarian. I do apologise. I am myself Tekiskoki. There you go. That's my depth of Hungarian for you. So away we are, just pitter-pattering around the circuit, nice and easy. No need to be making overtakes like that rushed. Okay, so yeah, got a couple of people just setting normal laps. No need to do more than one, of course. Although I suspect there will be a few drivers looking just to pip everyone else. So if you're watching RS Toffee, you're technically not out, but I believe if you retire without setting a lap in Q1, the game bugs out and puts you at the back. Again, I'm just typing that on the Discord as well. I think the game... So, just over half the field, I've got their quick laps in. Again, for some reason RBT sets a 1:15.6. That's crazy, we're not meant to be... It's not meant to be that kind of... that kind of Q1. It's just a quick squirt and then come in retire. So, majority of the drivers coming in. Ali Ferrari a little bit late to the party. It looks like Groenzy has managed to join us. He's not got a front wing, I'm not quite sure why. Right, and I will be just going to take a quick break while we finish off this Q1 session here. I say it's very much a procession at this point. In Hungary, we say Nem Zarazot. I probably butchered that. Let's just do a quick Google. Let's do a quick Google Translate. Nem Zarozot. Okay. Apparently that means not fucked. So thank you for the Hungarian lesson, chat. Again, I did say I was going to leave temporarily, and I am going. I'll be back in a second. And we're back. We are back, we are back. Well, I'm back. Everyone else is probably still here. Seems like we've got still got a lot of love for RBT going on in the chat. It's good to see. Good to see you all coming out supporting your favourite racer. Of course, this being a home Grand Prix for RBT, as I've presumably just found out. And if Ali and Hirsch could retire, is Hirsch is coming out, isn't he? Oh, yeah, he's do a lap, Hirsch. So, Ali, you got a 5-place grid penalty for contact with Hirsch. Well, unfortunately, well, I didn't see it. I don't know if I don't know if it was on while I wasn't there. There's not much we can do about that, Ali, unfortunately. We know Q1. Looks like he's just coming in without doing that. Dino, you are exactly correct. It could have happened. Put it into the stewards. I'm not quite sure what we can do about a 5-place grid pen. Again, we do submit clips to the stewards. So if you think you've been dealt with harshly, we can deal, or the stewards can deal with that. It's worth noting that I am completely, well, not completely separate from the stewards, but I'm not a steward. Being league management, I think that would be unfair. As Ali retires, bringing the second Q1, I suppose, to a close. So, Q2, hopefully coming up in 20-ish seconds. It seems like we've been here before. Well, not quite here before. But we've definitely been looking at this screen, looking towards Q2 before. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, chat. When the commentator's curse is used, apparently in this chat, in this league, whenever something comes to the attention of the commentator, he tends to have some bad luck. So I would be careful what you wish for. So out people go. Again, apologise for the small technical issues we had earlier in the race. It looks like we're on our way now. first few cars coming out. We've got Groansey out first at the moment, closely followed by his teammate, who has just overtaken the Alpine of Schatz or Klutschjack. It was Klutschjack. Ugh. So, let's go. I'm going to have to ask people, stop posting Illuminati chats. We're all going to be taken away. Or at least, I'm going to be taken away. I don't particularly want to. They've already tried to take me away once, and it didn't work. Yep, Petra, tomorrow is indeed a work day. We don't all want to be up all night watching watching Fair Play Racing League. Although, to be fair, there are worse ways to spend your time. Right, Q2 underway. First person on their hot lap is Groansey. As we just take a quick peek towards the end, the people coming round the final few corners. It looks like they're very bunched up at the moment. So Groansey coming through turn 1 nice and cleanly. Quickly up to 7th, then down to 2nd. Quickly up into 3rd, and then moves over to the left to take that corner on the apex. Now this is quite a tricky corner, especially if you take it like that. He has invalidated. So let's go further back. Here we've got Klutschjack, who has also invalidated. He's closely followed by T-Jerk. Not, is it? No, yeah, T-Jerk, gosh. T-Jerk gets out of the way, so let's see. I've lost track of who's coming across the line first, as the first few to go across the line appear to have invalidated. That means Hirsch first. He's only set a 1:16.8, but it is on the medium tyres. So you should have brought that up earlier. So on the medium tyres, it does make him fastest. Second place at the moment, Ali Ferrari, 1:16.9. I'm sure you'll want to go quicker than that. Joshua sets a purple lap, a 1:16.6 on the soft tyres. Of course, the tyres you are fastest in Q2, you will need to start the race on. AG Passy going into second place, the fastest of the medium runners so far. Only a 10th behind Joshua on the softs. Ryan says it's not very easy to invalidate here, in your opinion. I think once you're in a rhythm here, it's not too bad in terms of getting invalidations, but it is very easy if you're not fully concentrating to just go a little bit wide off certainly maybe that corner there, as we just see Josh getting very friendly with the exit curbs, as he does there on that corner as well. So we're going to stick here with RBT, who's come out on the mediums without a front wing. What's happened there? Don't know what's happened there. Let's check race director. It doesn't look like there's anything. But yeah, he's the fast guy. RBT currently plodding around with no front wing. That is not good. That means he's effectively probably only going to have one run. Fabian still thinks he's the fastest. Well, it's up to him to prove it. I don't think he'll be fastest without a front wing, mind. This is the way. It's like the GIF. This is the way intensifies. Yeah. He has no wings. He's not in a Red Bull, so he's had his wings clipped. Right, so who's on the track at the moment? Looks like T-Jerk. Oh, Groansy. Looks like he's crashed out. Himself made himself a mistake on one of these curbs, quite possibly. So T-Jack out on the mediums here. Looks clean through that first sector. See what his time is, so 27.7. Keeps it clean on the... Keeps it clean on the exit. Very important to not touch that inside curve there as he comes around the quick chicane going through to sector... the heart of sector 2, I should say. Ooh, narrowly avoiding invalidating on the exit of that corner. Now coming through the third sector. Quick blip down to second, then up into third quickly to get the good pace array. And keeps it nice and tight on the exit of the last corner. Race to the line, it's a 1:18.3 only. At the moment puts in P9. Got a couple at the front who have retired. I wouldn't necessarily say it's arrogant. I'd personally say that they're happy with their time, and maybe they're just happy that they don't want to put any. They want to start on those mediums, but they don't want to put any wear on them. So why sit there and not spectate the rest, I suppose. Okay, so RBT on his flying lap, second time round. Coming through sector 1 now. A bit comfortable with that inside curb. You don't want to be doing that too often. Good through the second part. Let's see what his time is coming through this. It's a 27.1. That's 6/10 faster than T-Jerk was. Stay away from that inside curb, as I said many times, and I'll continue saying it. Stay away from the sausages here, although he's mounted them a little bit. Looks like he gets away with it. Object Fungus setting a purple lap of 1:16.3. Now coming through this second, that end of the second sector now. Looks like RBT got a little bit out of shape there, misses the apex on that corner, but's kept it going through to this last sector now, nice and tight to second. Has a touch of oversteer on the exit. Nice and tight through this last corner. Accelerate away. Across the line he goes. It's only a 1:17.25. That is not good enough at the moment. He's going to have to go again. How many laps can he put on those tyres before they start to go a little bit bad? Right, apologies for that quick delay, or quick moment of silence. See a few drivers now on their laps, or on, shall we say, on out laps. RS Toffee and Rush are currently on fast laps. David is actually commentating as if Ceres is racing for the whole league. I don't understand what you mean by that, particularly. Anywhere near fluent in Hungarian. Coming through the last part of the lap now. And he's diving into the pits is RS Toffee. I'm not quite sure why. He's going to have to go quick if he wants to get a lap in on softs. Otherwise he has risked himself going out. T-Jack at the moment has invalidated. He needs to pick up the pace as well. So currently RBT has come out again on the softs. Having to use this second set of tyres in Q2. So T-Jerk on what will be his final attempt at a lap. Joshua there retiring, thinks he's safe. I think he probably is, to be fair. Oh, come on, Ryan. That is rude. You can't wish for someone to crash. We'll lose half our viewers at the moment. So, T-Jerk. He's 8/10ths up on his time coming into this last sector. Misses the apex there on that corner. But he does have time to play with. 8/10ths would apparently wouldn't get him out. Just need to look a little bit faster. It's only 14th for T-Jerk. So next down the road is Shots. Next across the line. Currently in 8th. Will he shore up his position? He goes fastest now. Next across the line is RBT. Is he faster? Of course he is. 1:15.3. Quite handily puts him through. So next on the track, Klutschak at risk of going out. Needs a good lap, and that would push Rushed out if Klutschak can improve. So coming up to the final corner now. Across the line goes second. That's a good lap from Klutschak, 1:15.7. Benny, a legend said once, all the time you have to leave the space, I believe. That was Alonso that said that. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. I'm just going to give myself a pat on the back for knowing that. So, there's your classifications. Leaving us in Q2, we have T-Jerk 14th. Gronesy, unfortunately, crashing out early in the session in 13th. In front of him is RS Toffee in the Alfa Romeo, and going out narrowly by just over 2 tenths is Rush 94. But he will be the one with the first choice of tyres. Fresh tyres tomorrow. Later on in the race. So, Q3, 12 minutes of hair-raising stuff, I'm sure, will be on their way. Very aware it's already 9:15 and we're not in the race yet. So, first one out looks like it's Dino in the Alpha Tauri. Touching that curb too much. I accidentally pressed the button. So apologies. A sticky mute button on my on my mic apparently. That's a new one to me. So Dino coming around the last sector. What I will do while we're waiting is I will bring up a track map so I can tell you what the corners are. For the Hungary ring. If I could spell. Jesus. Oh, do the corners have names? I hope not. Okay, so Dino through sector 1. Very nicely avoiding those sausages on the chicane of 6 and 7. Haha, I've got corner numbers up now. The only turns worth mentioning is Mansell is turn 4, and I think turn 11 is Prost. So turn 11 is that almost flat out, or it might be flat out to some, the 6th gear corner going into sector 3. So Dino putting a 1:16.7. And Ali Ferrari behind putting in a 1:15.3. That's a great lap from him. RBT behind it, only 5 thousandths behind Ali Ferrari. That is close. Very, very close. Could we see RBT get picked to the pole position this week? It's a possibility. We can't see cars going faster than that right now. It's the first 4 drivers separated by just over 2.5 tenths. That is close. So Ali Ferrari currently in first with 1:15.3. RBT second again with a 1:15.3. Behind him is AG Passy. Good lap from him. It's another 1:15.3. Crazy. Now Hirsch, the current championship leader, behind him on a 1:15.5. I know he can go quicker. Same for Eagle in 5th at the moment. So Dino got a lot of work to do in 6th, as does Object Fungus. It looks like it's a second down on this lap. Yeah, turn 11 is not Prost. Turn 11 is apparently a Lacey, of course, probably after Jean Lacey from the 90s, I believe. I should know, that's when I started watching Formula 1. Dino, you can't go faster because oh dear, he's forgotten his setup. Oh dear. Come on, Dino. You can do it, man. You can't blame your controller. There's something to be said. Something to be said that you can go fast on a controller. I mean, I can't, but some people can. Benny pointing out there is an aqua park next to the Hungaroring. It's a very famous aqua park. I've never been to, actually, I tell a lie, I have been to Hungary. I've been to Hungary very briefly, where I flew into Debrecen and then immediately crossed the border to Romania. So it's my Hungarian experience. Okay, so Jack on a lap at the moment, going through sector 2 now. It's the apex nicely of turn 12. Now through turn 13 and 14, got to keep it tight. Get on the power as early as possible. Sprint to the line, opening the DRS when you can. That currently only puts him 5th. It's a 1:15.6 though. The margins are very fine here. Have I ever tasted goulash? I have not. I've not ever had authentic goulash anyway. It's something that I could do. Unfortunately, I don't think I will be in Romania for a while. Apparently there's some big global thing going on, and it's quite hard to travel. So, out on the track at the moment, Ali Ferrari, who is coming in, invalidated his lap. Might have had to come in for some more fuel. So Joshua coming in, coming around to his one and only, well, probably last lap of the session. Shots a bit further back, has invalidated, so we know Jack to be coming in. Out comes Eagle from currently 6th place. Langos, Turi. Sorry, my pronunciation is absolutely terrible. like I said, the my knowledge of the Hungarian language and the sounds that it uses is not great. Okay, who's on the track at the moment? So Joshua's coming around the last corner now on his flyer. What can he do? It's only a 1:16.4 for him at the moment, currently puts in P7, and that's in front of Dino, who has used his one and only blame card this week. Currently he's blaming the fact he's on a controller with no setup apparently, so that's his excuse. Everyone in the chat remind him that he's slow. No, don't do that, that's mean. So, people out on their last lap. We'll stick with Dino. Just see how bad if he's as bad as he does claim to be on controller. That definitely was a little bit wide at turn 4. We'll let him off, it's hard to do that perfectly all the time. Goes into those corners quite nicely. And a tight section of sector 2 into turn 11 goes a little bit wide, has invalidated, will have to go again. Not sure what happened there on the corner there. So Joshua again did invalidate, so out he comes. So Object Fungus on his outlap. Have we started some kind of turf war in the chat? I don't mind if you speak Hungarian in the chat. It's just don't expect me to be able to read it out to you. Okay, so that'll be Luke's Jack and Ali Ferrari. Looks like he's 400ths up on his own time. Just missed out on improving by 800th. And he has gone wide at turn 1. So no improvement from here. Hirsch setting a 1:15.2. That's great stuff from him. RBT has invalidated. Oh no! The streak is broken. The streak is broken and RBT gets currently only P3. That's bad luck for him. So who's left? We've got Eagle coming across the line now. Can he improve? Does improve. It doesn't go up though, unfortunately. Next to cross the line will be Object Fungus. They're coming to the last corner now. Keeps it nice and tight on the power early. Just a little bit wide on the exit, but across the line, puts himself P7 right next to his teammate. Ali Ferrari comes in the pits. Klutschak also coming into the pits. So Joshua, what can he do? He's already finished. Yeah, good old me. So that is it. The only person, let's say, left on a lap, or not as the case may be, would be Hirsch, who's just coming into the pits to retire now. Half the chat is Ceres and Hungarian fans. That is perfectly fine with me. We're glad for anyone to watch. Welcome to Fair Play Racing League. We are what we say we are. All about fair play, all about racing, and we are indeed a league. So We're very happy to have you guys here. Very nice to be able to talk to the chat, nice and active tonight. As to whether it's given Sarah's an advantage, it doesn't quite look like it. He will be starting only P3 tomorrow. I keep saying tomorrow, it's not tomorrow. He'll be only starting from Q3. Okay, so there is your Q3. Dino in 10th, who's blaming his controller for tonight. Then Joshua in 9th, Shots in 8th, Object Fungus in 7th. 6th is Eagle, 5th is Klutschjack, 4th is AG Passy. Only 3rd is RBT Ceres. 2nd is Ali Ferrari. And 1st, putting in a mighty 115.2, is Hirsch. So the first 6 drivers covered by 6 tenths. That is absolutely close. So before we get on with the race, there will be a small delay while the drivers take a quick comfort break, stand up, stretch their limbs, maybe get a drink. It's very important, especially when you sat in a sim rig or even just sat in front of a wheel, just to have a break. So I'm going to do the same. We'll be back momentarily. When I say momentarily, I meant like literally in like 15 seconds after I've had a couple of swigs of my Cobra. So while we're waiting, how's everyone in the chat again? Looks like we've got some a little bit of banter going on. Yep. I don't know if anyone else has noticed. There's quite a few people here tonight that seem to be supporting RBT Ceres. I don't know. It's not very obvious. Don't know why I noticed it. In other news, Dino, again, liking to blame the fact that he's on his controller tonight. So, at the same time, he's expecting to do a Verstappen, he says. I assume he means rather than go for an outrageous move into turn 1 as someone coming out of the pits, crash into them and mount them and nearly kill them. That's a bit of controversial commentary for you. I assume what he means is he will come from the back and finish in second place. Okay. Nice to see that we're actually having the couple of minutes break for a change. We are watching, of course. Well, no one ready's up early. Oh, and as we say that's probably been the 2 minutes, which is fair. Yep. So Max has the Orange Army. Ceres has the RBT Army, or the Hungaro Army, or the Magyarország Army, possibly. And apparently Ali's going to have the penalty army. So I hope it's a joke. Obviously, Ali, you're going to, especially after the 5 place grid you'll work your way through the field and pick up a second win within a week for the Merc team, followed closely by your teammate Groansey in second. I'm sure that's how it will happen. Perfect pronunciation. Yeah, I think not. Preacher Chom disqualified from the session. I assume that means he didn't get away from the line. So, from the back we have Preacher Chom, who's been disqualified for not moving, I assume. 16th place is Twins, 15th is Fardo, 14th is T-Jet, in 13th place we have Groansey in the Merc, 12th place is RS Toffee in the other Alfa Romeo. In front of him is Rushed in 11th. 10th place is Dino, who is blaming his controller for everything that he does wrong tonight. I just keep bringing that up if he keeps saying it. 9th place is Joshua, as it looks like someone's had a bit of an incident going down there. It might have just been a little bit of overheating the tyres, maybe, or overwarming them up. 8th place Shots, 7th place after his 5th place grid is Ali Ferrari, 6th place Object Fungus, 5th place is Eagle, 4th place we have Flutes Jack, 2nd place in the championship at the moment, 3rd place AG Passy in the Red Bull, and promoted onto the front row is RBT Ceres for the Hungarian army, and our pole sitter today is Hirsch 2004, the current championship leader. So, away they go at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Hirsch moves across to cover the turn one. He looks like he doesn't need to. He's had a brilliant getaway. Now, what's going to happen in the midfield? Looks like nice and clean racing there. A little bit of contact here and there. Rubbing is racing, just to remind everyone. Object Fungus up into second briefly there. He's side by side with Ceres. Coming into turn 4, that is not where you want to be going side by side. And it looks like he's backed out. He's pulled in behind RBT. So, at the moment we've got, as it is, Object Fungus has jumped up 3 places at the start. Got himself into 3rd position. Klutz Jack has stayed where he is. Shots to Drippy has gone up 3 seconds as well. It's a nightmare start for AG Passy. He's gone down 3 and is in 6th place. Right behind him, Ali Ferrari, who has managed to stay in 7th through the entirety of lap 1. Other winners include Preacher Chom, who is up 5 places into 12th. So, Pitter's lap 1. It looks like Dino is coming in, as is Fardo. Looks like Object Fungus had a bit of a spin around that last corner there. Has managed to keep himself going. Doesn't look like there's any damage. Now, at the front we've got Hirsch versus RBT. At the moment, timing boards is a little bit glitched out, but that should fix itself next time they come over the line. So, RBT giving the pressure to Hirsch, currently in 1st place. So they're coming around the last sector now. DRS will be enabled lap 3 Can Hirsch break free of the 1 second DRS zone? It looks like Ceres is close. He is close, he's closing in, he's currently just 5 tenths behind. Further back, we've got more pitters. Twins is in the pits, going for a set of medium tyres and a fresh front wing. Further back, Dino will jump him in the pits. As will Fardo. Fardo comes out in front of Twins. So, as it is, still around that half a second gap between these two, but on the start-finish straight they will be racing. Of course, at the moment RBT does have the tyre advantage. The tyre we're likely to play a factor in not too many laps. So Ceres now looking for the overtake. He's got the DRS wide open. He looks to the inside, and Hirsch isn't going to fight it too hard, or is he? He's on the exit. They're side by side going out into turn 2. He's going to hang it around the outside. Didn't quite make it. He's looking for the switchback again. Into turn 3. Thinks better of it. Oh, don't go side by side up here, lads. And he tucks in behind. So, lap 4 of the race. We have RBT in the lead. He's overtaken Hirsch with the tyre advantage. Can he break free from that 1 second and make the most of those tyres, or will Hirsch be able to stay in there and give himself a good opportunity later in the race? It's very true, the whole chat has gone crazy. RBT absolutely convinced he didn't want Hirsch to have his slipstream, but I think at the moment Hirsch is quite happy to sit behind him, because hey, you've got the faster tyre, it's up to you to go faster. So Hirsch will continue to push him along. Of course it can be easy driving behind the car when you've got the DRS, but at the same time at a high downforce circuit like this, you can get a lot of dirty air. It can creep up on you. So, looking further back, there doesn't look to be too much going on. So we've got AG Passy up on the back of Shots to Drippy at the moment. Be looking for a move down the start-finish straight. Right behind him is Ali Ferrari. Of course, while they're in the DRS train, it is so hard while everyone gets the tow from the car in front. Joshua's come into the pits. He's put on a set of hard tyres. Oh, just moved off to... What's happened there? Preacher Chom is out. He is out and he is in the middle of the track. Safety car is out. Safety car is out. He is in the middle of the circuit. That is a real precarious place to stop. So, lap 6, safety car is out. That will, of course, give Twins a chance to catch back up. So, who pits? Which of the soft runners comes into the pits? So, at the moment, we've got RBT. Is he in? Is he in? Yes, he is. Now, as is Hirsch, as is Klutschak and Schatz, they're all coming in. Crashgate. Ooh, we don't know. I don't know. I mean, Preacher, has he crashed? Does that really help his teammate? I don't know. I suppose it equalises the tyres, and you probably would fancy RBT's pace when he's on the same tyres, although Hirsch was very much keeping with him on the mediums when he was on the softs. So, a few bold moves. So, Object Fungus coming out onto the mediums. Maybe edging his bets that this is another safety car. I'm not sure. Will those mediums take him to the end? We'll only find out. Quite a few drivers, in fact, going on to mediums. So Hirsch has gone on to mediums. RBT, interestingly, going on to hards. Can Hirsch make those tyres last till the end? Of course, crucially, Hirsch will need to pit again because he has already. He started on the medium tyres, so he will need to pit again. It's a very interesting call there from Hirsch. Has he made a mistake? You can't help but think he has. Almost crucially at the moment, RS Toffee has put himself in between the two drivers. So any of the front three doesn't look like they're going to pit. So both Mercedes lads running P2 and P3 at the moment. Both having to pit. Both on the medium tyres at the moment. The race leader at the moment, AG Passy. Did you just reply to yourself, Fabian? It's a little unfair to suggest that he's carrying the McLaren team. Preacher is a fast racer. He seems to have absolutely terrible luck every week. It's just terrible luck. Trying to reply to Benny. Yep, that explains it. So, safety car in this lap. So, Passy gonna set the pace the rest of this lap. I'm gonna take a quick swig for the restart. Make sure I'm my throat's all lubed up. Definitely wrong choice of words there. So away we go. Passy thought he nearly had the trip, but it looks like Ali Ferrari has stayed with him very well. Will he have a go into turn one? Outbrakes him slightly. AG Passy leaves the room. Ali Ferrari pushes him out wide. No contact made. He will have the inside of this corner, but Ali Ferrari takes the lead. in the murk, and will Gronesy now have a chance at looking at that second position? Joshua picking up a penalty, so further down there's been an overtake. Rush looks like he's going backwards at the moment. He's going side by side with Dino. Two doesn't go into there, and Rush has gone straight on. I don't think he's very happy. Oh, that is a nasty accident. No VSC. Don't know how he's managed to not crash himself out. He will pop himself into the pits as Hirsch gets himself overtaken there by Klutschak. We'll have a look into turn one. Well, they come together. That was a big squeeze there from Klutschak. I don't know whether he's done that on purpose. I assume not. It's almost three of them together now. Keep it clean, lads. Shots gets in on the action. Hirsch is currently going backwards, while RBT is failing to make up the places. He's currently stuck behind Gronesy. But all this fighting that Hirsch is doing is just moving him further away. Rush has retired in the pits. It's a little bit unhappy after what would be the coming together we saw. So at the moment, Ali Ferrari's still in first place, followed by AG Passy, then Gronesy. Close behind him is RBT Ceres, the favourite man of the chat tonight. At his home Grand Prix. DRS is enabled again. It's not on this front straight. Will he have a look anyway into turn one? He does indeed. Goes to the dive bomb. Gets the squeeze. They have tyre contact, but he gets the move done. Looks like RS Toffee's going to have a go as well. Coming into turn two. Around the outside. Gronesy leaves it in there. They're touching. And he gets through in the end. Does RS Toffee. Gronesy filters his way back. It looks like Shots was a little bit put out there. Went wide. And has now been overtaken by Klutschak, although he gets the place back, and that allows Hirsch to come back through. Oh, Twins picking himself up a 3-second penalty. These lads at the front have absolutely bolted, it looks like. Gronesy's gone backwards. He's now in 5th place. So RBT currently 3 seconds behind AG Patsy in second. Crashing your car intentionally deserves a penalty. I wouldn't say that he crashed it intentionally until we've seen a clip from the stewards, possibly. Of course, you shouldn't retire on track. And that is a rule we have here. Crashing yourself is indeed a form of getting yourself to retire. But even if he did try to retire himself, it clearly didn't work because he had to retire in the pits. He didn't need DRS to overtake. Indeed, he didn't, Nagy. Sorry, I'm pronouncing your name completely wrong. But he didn't need DRS. He is currently 3.6 seconds back from second place. He is losing time, but of course those in front of him do have to pit. It looks like Ali Ferrari made a mistake there and allowed AG Passy to get through, but Ali Ferrari will have the DRS on the start-finish straight. Oh, it's very close on the exit. Further back. A few overtakes happening in the midfield. Well, Groansy's going further and further back. He's not able to get those tyres to last quite like those in front, as we see RBT starting to make that ground back. He's made a second up near enough in the last lap. So Ali Ferrari came out of that battle the victor. AG Passy currently 9 tenths down, nearing that 1 second gap, so Ali's got to push it just a little bit harder. The detection zone is around about here. It's going to be very close. I don't know if he's got it or not. Let's have a look at the telemetry. He does have DRS. Only just. Ali Ferrari setting the fastest lap of the race, even with that battle at the first sector in that. The gap is flip-flopping. I wouldn't say it was decreasing. It was decreasing, and now it's going slightly back up again. It's currently 2.9 seconds to RBT. Behind RBT is Shots to Drippy, currently 2.5 seconds back, and just behind him is RS Toffee, just out of the DRS zone. So Eagle behind him, just behind, less than half a second, and Hirsch is really closing in on Eagle. Needs to make that pass. He does have to stop again. He doesn't want to be caught in traffic. So coming on to the start finish straight again, it looks like Ali Ferrari is still not quite far enough ahead to avoid AG getting the DRS, but he looks like he might have had a better exit out of that last corner. DRS is open for AG, so it is pulling him closer. He won't be close enough here, but he will have the second bite of the cherry coming into turn 2. Just quite happy to sit just over half a second behind, 6 tenths the gap is currently. RBT behind, now gap back up to 3.6 seconds. So at the moment it seems like those mediums still the faster tyre, even 14 laps old. Hirsch still unable to get past Eagle, it seems. As Fabian does point out in the chat, yeah, he's losing so much time. He nearly goes into the back of Eagle and has to take avoiding action. He's losing so much time at the moment. The problem is he needs to pit. Does he pit now while he's in traffic? I don't think it would be the worst thing to do, unless he does want to hold out and go onto those softs towards the end of the race. He will have a DRS on Eagle, who will in turn have a DRS on RS Toffee, who could very well be a sitting duck unless he has a good exit. It looks like he does indeed have that, and Hirsch is just falling back, although Eagle's having a look around the outside of RS Toffee. A little bit naughty there, pushes him wide off the circuit. Eagle has another go around the outside into turn 2, hangs it round, still there, gets the line and gets the pass done into turn 3. Great move there from Eagle. Up into 5th place at the moment. So now Hirsch is staring at the back of a different car. This one on 7 lap older hards. Can he do anything about it? RS Toffee taking that left-hand curve a bit too much. Really close up to him, Hirsch, but he didn't want to have a look into that corner. He will save it for the DRS straight. As Dino picks himself up a 3-second penalty. I'm sure he'll blame the controller for that. Hirsch having to lift off halfway through the corner, that will cost him. RS Toffee, he's not close enough to have a go at Eagle this time round. Hirsch just sitting in behind at the moment. He's losing so much time behind these cars. He needs to make a decision. I think that decision should be going on to Hards. He looks down the outside. It looks like RS Toffee made that very easy for him there. It's a good move. Almost looked intentional. So, yep, the Hungary, very difficult track. I think I said it at the start of the stream. It is Monaco without the walls. So, coming into, well, around the halfway point in this race, leading is AG Passi as Ali Ferrari comes into the pits, putting on the hard tyres. Where will he come out? Of course, that it means that RBT knows the gap only just less than 4 seconds. He will inherit the lead when AG inevitably has to pit. So further back, looks like there's something happened around 8th, 9th, 10th. I do apologise, I missed it. But Dino currently in 8th position. Behind him is Joshua, and sniffing right behind him is Twins. And just behind him, Fardo, who made that early pit stop and then a pit stop again by the looks of things on the safety car. So Hirsch has managed to make it past Eagle eventually. Eagle now behind him is his teammate of Object Fungus. Hirsch will now want to go chasing after shots. Setting the fastest lap of the Grand Prix at 1:19.1. That's a good lap from him. Fabian, 7 to 10 more laps on these mediums. Gaps around 7 seconds, one car in between them. Indeed, he does have to really push. I think it's too much to ask at the moment. Oh, as AG goes a little bit wide coming out of turn 7 there. Perhaps his tyres starting to go off a little. It wouldn't be surprised they've done half the race. Could he possibly be thinking to stretch these tyres a little bit more, possibly go on the softs towards the end, or is he pitting? He is pitting this lap. Fardo picking up a 3-second penalty. So in from the lead comes AG Passi, and that allows RBT to come into the lead of the Hungarian Grand Prix, his home race in the McLaren. Hirsch now up into 3rd position, but he crucially needs to pit again. As does Shots in front of him. I believe. Okay, so further down we've got Object has managed to get past Eagle. I'm sure he wouldn't have fought too hard. over that being teammate. 6th place is Dino, managing a respectable position considering his honour controller, as he will quite likely blame at least 2 more times tonight, and I'm probably going to bring it up at least 5 more times, as the crowd is going wild for this man in the lead. When I say the crowd, I mean the chat, and I mean about 3 people cheer him on. At the moment he's got a 5.5 second gap roughly to Shots, closest person behind him. Of course Shots is going to have to pit, as is Hirsch, as is Object Fungus. So that almost in effect puts Eagle in a net 2nd position. Indeed, it's Ceres's race to lose at this point. I'm just going to have a quick check to see who of that. So Shots and Object do not need to pit again. Whether or not they could take those mediums to the end will be an interesting thing. Dean currently under excuse me, under all sorts of pressure from Joshua behind him, not able to get past still. And looks like Dino's struggling a hell of a lot with some understeer there. Said indeed he's not great with a pad, but managing to keep it on the road. As he says, that is curse of the commentator. I'm terribly sorry, Dean. As he loses the rear end and goes out wide, that is almost perfect. He does have the DRS. Will he manage to get past Joshua in front of him? Is saving ERS. So that will be a nice easy move. Joshua's out of ERS in fact, and Ali Ferrari is going to take advantage, as is AG Passi's team, Joshua's teammate. So I'm really gonna get it from Dean after this race. After that, though no harm is done, he is back up into 6th, and now behind him is Ali Ferrari. Much fresher hard tyres he's got to play with. Will he be able to keep him behind? 13 laps to go in this race, as there's a yellow flag out in sector 2. Who is that for? Is that Twins? Looks like he's had an issue. Doesn't look to be any damage on there. Has managed to get going again, as Dino has lost another place, and it looks like he's going to get past. Whoa, excuse me, it's gassy. He's going to get passed by AG Gassi. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I can't talk. So, Rosie in the pits at the back. What issues he's having. Will he go on to the softs? It's a front wing change. Looks like he's putting mediums on. Shots the gap in front, currently 6 seconds. And he does have himself just a 3-second penalty at the moment. Hirsch has managed to catch right back up to him. Will he overtake him here? It does look like he will into turn 1. It's the apex very nicely. It looks like it's been an accident. What's happened there? It looks, is it on the entrance to the pit lane? Oh God! Oh, oh! There's been some issues. Object Fungus picks up a drive-through. It was the safety car is out. What has happened there? Safety car is out. This could very well be a saving grace. So T-Jerk also out. Oh, Dino, Josh, what happened? Oh dear. So we have a second safety car. As Groansey has managed, he's found himself a lap down under safety car. Surely Hirsch has to use this opportunity to pit. The soft should go to the end from here, especially with a lap or two on the safety car, as Hirsch is indeed coming into the pits, as is RBT. So a couple of them choosing to pit, 4 choosing to pit, 5 choosing to pit. Ali Ferrari is staying out. RBT puts on the fresh medium tyres. Hirsch, what has he come out on? He's come out on the hard shots, he's come out on the softs. Now this could very well mix things up very nicely. So interesting that Hirsch has chosen the hards to come out with. I would have thought he'd have been able to push those softs to the end, especially considering he's chasing a win here. So out of that, a real winner is Ali Ferrari, who only has 6 lap old hard tyres. I don't know if he'll be able to push RBT on those fresh mediums. It's a tough ask. So taking a quick look at the penalties, not too many tonight so far. Shots has picked himself up a 3 second. Subject Fungus picking up a drive-through that he will have to serve when the safety car comes in. That will be for speeding under the safety car. Unfortunate, but there's no need to. There's definitely no need to push it, considering that everyone's going to have to pile up anyway. Unfortunate for him. 3 seconds has Klutschjack in 9th position. It's very unusual for Klutz to have that 3 seconds. Behind him is Twins. He has 9 seconds. He does have those fresh softs though. Fardo in 11th with 3 seconds currently. Groansey looks like he's not too far behind. He will be catching up. He will be keeping a temperature in those tyres, importantly. Yeah, so Dino, I mean, commentator's curse, you've done it to me. Objects wasn't concentrating. Do you know what? I can completely sympathise with you rather, because well, I did the same thing in Austria. In fact, I got 2 drive-throughs because I wasn't paying attention in Austria. So from the same safety car. So yep. Too far behind, just a couple of corners. Might be able to get in this lap. Maybe not. So one more lap, quite possibly. I don't know, they're all in sector 2, so yeah, maybe it will be in this lap. We'll find out. Why? Oh, Dino, you left. Dino, why did you leave? You were host. Safety car in this lap. That is a very late call, I must say. So, Ali Ferrari giving RBT the hurry up. Unfortunately, it left him in an awkward position where he had to take the last corner wide. Now he's been jumped. So, away they are racing again. RBT already 8 seconds ahead. 8 tenths of a second, now 9 tenths of a second ahead of Ferrari and Ali Ferrari in second. Has the tyre advantage. It is his his race to lose, as it is. So, second place from Ali Ferrari would be very impressive indeed. A good recovery would be from that 5th place grid penalty. AG Passy hanging out in 3rd position. Behind him is Hirsch, who's got to get a move on. He's put on the hards, which is questionable. Behind him is the guy that probably had the right idea, and that's Schatz, and he's put on a pair of softs. Gap at the front now up to 1.5 seconds. And as expected, RBT is pulling away. Better strategy in McLaren than what Lando. Come on, it's too soon. You can't make jokes about that. He should have won that race. He should have listened to his pit crew. His engineer, I should say. But it's too soon. You can't make jokes. It's not allowed. It does. It still hurts. It definitely still hurts. Anyway, there's a race going on. Schatz has managed to get past Hirsch on those fresh softs, and now he's looking at the back of AG, and he's going to be rapid this last part of the race. You can see he does have the superior grip. Will he manage to keep it for the rest of the race? Because he does have that penalty. Almost having a look up into turn 12, decide to stay behind. DRS not enabled yet, so he will stick behind. I don't know if he'll have a go, as DRS does get enabled this lap. He has the ERS, has the inside line, tries to hang it around the outside, but unfortunately the superior grip there for Schatz lets him through, and now he'll be looking at Ali Ferrari in second place. Of course, less than 3 seconds up the road is RBT. He does have a penalty, but if he can get those softs to last, who knows what could happen? Could he upset the entirety of chat, it seems, at the moment, and pull off a very unlikely win? We will see. We will see. Object Fungus having to come in for a set of softs. Fardo has crashed. Fardo is out. Safety car is out. Fardo. What happened there? Oh, and this is playing beautifully into the hands of Schatz. Safety car, safety car. Groensey pitting from 10th place. Well, you might as well. Object isn't going to overtake. Crucially, doesn't look like there'll be any more DRS It depends how long it takes the people to catch up, I guess. The object's quite a way back at the moment. They might have it on the last lap. So this is where, if you're Ali Ferrari, you've while it's great having a view of first place in front of you, he's got to make sure that he doesn't let the guy behind him. He probably sees that he's on the soft tyres. He'll know that they're a lot fresher than his hards. He's maybe got to not think about doing a restart, a really aggressive restart like he did last time. It cost him a lot of time. Looks like he might have been trying to dupe someone into thinking he was going into the pits there. Not quite sure who we would have fooled. So lap 31, we do have a safety car. And it is the third one of the race. There's going to only be a handful of laps in which you can make your moves, and that's importantly for the guys with penalties. Only a certain amount of laps to be able to get out of range of the people that are behind you on track anyway. Absolutely Fizz it, mate. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're completely right though. Everyone with penalties is going to lose out massively, and I'm usually the beneficiary in races of problems like that, so I won't complain too much. I think it does definitely show the importance of keeping a clean race. Safety car will be in this lap. They're trying really hard to warm up those tyres, it seems. Just gotta keep away from each other if you're the front two. Oh, you don't want to do that. Whew, whew. I don't know if there was contact, but you really need to. Interestingly, fifth gear each out of that last corner, and Shots is really close. Ali Ferrari goes defensive. Shots tries to go around the outside. Ali's contact, manages to hang it out there. He will have the inside for turn 2. It's good clean racing there, and Shots gets through. Does have the 3-second penalty, but will he be able to go forward? It looks like Aristote's made a mistake and he is out. We just saw his car in the background there. Hits the wall. And he is out of this race. We've just come off a safety car, so I think we'll be fine. Eagle picking himself up a 3-second penalty. Currently, that's what your penalties looks like. 3 seconds for Shots, 3 seconds for AG Patsy, 12 seconds for Twins, 3 seconds for Eagle, and 3 seconds for Klutschak. Now, what can happen here? Shots will be looking to chase down RBT. His tyres are 6 lap old. Does he have the pace to do it? Ali Ferrari just needs to stay within 3 seconds and not pick up a penalty himself. Meanwhile, Hirsch in 4th position currently on the fresher hard tyres. He is looking at the back of Ali Ferrari. Currently not making any inroads, but takes his time. All it takes is one small mistake. So shots nearly into the DRS range. He will have it for the last lap. Currently the gap is about 1 second. Now he might very well be able to catch up to RBT, but I don't think there's much chance of him taking 3 seconds out of him. All he can really wish for is to have a get in front and maybe even just extend the gap to the people behind him. So currently the gap between Schatz and Ali Ferrari is 1.5 seconds. Hirsch still creeping in the gap now, half a second. Twins and Passy having a go. As Twins manages to make the move. Looks like he's really low on ERS though, currently only 11%. Looks like Schatz has made a mistake in the first sector, the gap up to 1.7 for the lead. Hirsch also still sitting around the 7/10 mark behind Ali Ferrari. Up to 1.8. I don't think he has the room. Hirsch is out. Hirsch is out. What's happened? Looks like it happened around turn 10. What's happened there then? So local yellows in sector 2. We're now on to the penultimate lap. Nope, it is the final lap of the race. Schatz tyres look like they've fallen off. What happened to Hirsch there? I don't know. It's an unusual place to lose it. So as it is, RBT looks like he's going to win this one. Finally, going to be the result that is speed is warranted. Hirsch in the chat, unlucky mate, unlucky. We'll still be ahead in the championship. So RBT still pushing, even on this final lap, even on those medium tyres. He doesn't have to. So through the final corner comes RBT in his home race, and there he is. He wins the Hungarian Grand Prix for the McLaren team. Brilliant stuff. Finally gets the race win. That's interesting. That is very interesting. So, don't worry in the chat. I think we've seen this happen before. Let me just take a look at the race director. Scroll all the way down. Unserved penalty. It's unusual. Again, I am not the steward, so I can't delete that. But from what it looked like, he crossed the line and there was no penalty. So as it is, I will assume that RBT is your winner. Yeah, so I assume that RBT is tonight. He is tonight's winner. So just invite all to the chat. Good evening. That's interesting. I'm here with your podium sitters for the evening. Don't forget to include your audio, everyone.
Okay.
You can do that from the party screen.
I do that, yes.
Okie doke. So I'm just gonna say this. I didn't see a black and white penalty until after RBT has crossed the line. So I'm gonna assume that's a game glitch, and okay, it wasn't showing up on the graphic, but yeah, I appreciate. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so that's yeah. So that's down to the stewards. So, as it is, so I'll talk to shots first. Shots.
Yo.
Hello, you are very quiet.
Is that better? Better now?
Yep.
Brilliant.
Yep, a little better now. Yep. So Q3, it turns out that the switch to softs towards the end was really a good decision from you. We saw there were some drivers around. I think Hirsch put on hards at the same time. Obviously, you went a few laps on those softs. How were they feeling towards the end?
They were faded. If in all honesty, I'm lucky that Hirsch unfortunately crashed, because otherwise I wouldn't be here. But well done to him, well done to RBT, and well done to Ali. It's a good race. I'm lucky just to be here.
Yeah, well, some call it luck. And actually, yeah, I know how lucky you can get after last week. So I know I wouldn't be able to get through a stream without mentioning it. So what actually happened to Hirsch? I didn't catch it on the stream. From what I could tell, is it just looked like he might have lost pace going around, lost grip going around turn 10.
I have no idea. I was in front at that time, so I think the only person next to him was Ali, or the one behind. All I saw was the yellows.
Right. Okay, fair enough. So, is this your first podium? I think it is.
Yeah, first podium.
Yep, it's it come in round 9. It was a very good race from you. I'm trying to think back to quality. I always get to this point in the stream and I always forget what happened earlier. Especially this one, because it's been going for nearly 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Thanks to all the tech issues. So I have forgotten what happened like 2 hours ago. I do apologise for that. But all the same, congratulations. P3 for you.
Thank you. Yeah.
And hopefully we'll see you up on the podium in the future.
Hopefully. What can I say? Yeah.
Okay, so I mean it's I don't know who to interview. I'm gonna interview Ali. If you're there, Ali. Yeah. Yeah. Again, make sure you include your audio. And
don't worry, it's included.
Okay, cool. And Can you come closer to your mic? At least to me, you sound very quiet.
Is this better?
Much better, thank you. So, I always worried a bit towards after the first safety car in that race, and I thought, so there's this 3 drivers at the front that haven't pit, and I was worried that that would cause you to lose too much time. Of course, we did later on have another safety car in which you did pit. What was the thinking behind not pitting under the first safety car?
I was on medium, so I didn't want to risk it. I just took my mediums and got the most out of them, so it was better than actually pitting. Otherwise, I would just be behind in P5 or P6, I think. So yeah, I gambled for continuing without pitting and got the most out of my mediums. Then I had a small battle with AG, just like in Silverstone. Yeah, he's a clean driver as well. And then I pit on lap 17, I think. Yeah. And then I was back in, I think, P11, and 2 drivers spun out in front of me. That left me with Joshua and Dino, as we call him. So got past both of them, and then there was a safety car, which I found myself in P2. I tried to speed up to catch up to RBT, but it wasn't enough, so he was already ahead of me and stayed behind him. I tried to be on the inside at the end of every safety car, just to be on the outside and get a better exit, hoping that I would overtake in turn 1, just like I did with AG Passy. None of them worked out because he had better tires, so I couldn't exit as fast as he did. And then coming towards the end of the race, just before the last corner, I looked up just to see how far behind I was on the 2 shots, and I was hoping for RBT to get a penalty so that I could move up. And as he crossed the line, I noticed that he had a 5-second time penalty, and I was like just 4.2 seconds behind. And I mean, if I lose the P2, I won't be. To be honest, I wouldn't mind, because maybe it was just a game glitch. But yeah, I'll take P2 as well.
It's. I'm not gonna lie. On the stream, it didn't look like he had the 5 second before crossing the line, but that will be a matter for the stewards, I suspect. But anyway, it's been a great race, especially for the Mercedes guys. Very appreciative.
Where did Groundsy
I'm not biased.
finish?
Groundsy, unfortunate. I don't know. I think he came, I think he was 10th.
At least he got a point. I'm happy for him. My teammate.
Yeah. Indeed, he do. And the Merc gang will go tomorrow, hoping for another podium. Hashtag not sponsored by the Merc team. So congratulations, Ali Ferrari. It's sort of I'm gonna say second place most likely, but congratulations all the same. It's a solid race, and hopefully talk to you again up here sometime soon.
Yeah, thank you.
So, on to today's probable race winner. So, RBT says, I know there's quite a lot of people in the Twitch chat right now that are very happy for you to be on the top step today. I don't know, were you aware of the support you'd amassed in the Twitch chat?
Yeah, I saw that in quali. I saw that, so I'm very happy to them, and thank you for that. It was really nice to them. It was a good race, and after I saw that they watching me on Twitch. I was a bit nervous, honestly, but yes, thankfully I could win this race.
And a good drive it was. You have looked consistently fast the last few races. It seems like you've had your fair share of bad luck on the way. I think it's fair to say, and you'll probably agree with me. Do you think you can use this as a platform to go on and challenge Hirsch for the championship lead?
I tried, yes, for the few last race I had a good pace on quali, but I was really unlucky and I did some mistake on a race. But yes, that's a win today, home win, very important. And yes, I would like to challenge him for the title, but it's a long way to go to the end.
It is indeed. Of course, yep. Today was the home was the home Grand Prix, which I didn't quite realise until all your fans came in the chat.
Yeah.
It was nice to know. So I think so. Your fans have requested in the chat that you say something in Hungarian. So if you do want to say something, feel free. Nothing obviously too rude.
It's okay for you?
Yeah, no, go for it. Just
Okay. Köszi szépen, srácok, a szurkolást, és csak a rebirth. Okay, I say something.
I'll get someone to translate it for me later. Or shouldn't I? Is that a bad idea?
No, I just say thank you and the Hungarian league's name.
Yeah,
That's all. Because they are
brilliant.
my
Okay.
mates on the league
yeah.
and my friends.
Well, I echo the sentiments. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. It's been a great pleasure talking to you all in chat. Absolutely, and yeah, some good guys. It's nice. It's nice to see the chat so active.
Yeah, they are legend. So
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
I think
it was great. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that is all we've got time for tonight. Thank you, and well, firstly, congratulations to all our podium sitters. Thank you very much for joining us in the chat. Join us tomorrow. We'll be doing Division 2 at the Hungaroring, where the championship's very tight. Some really good racer won the last race. Don't know who that was. Oh wait, it was me. I brought it up again. And I will speak to you all next week, maybe even tomorrow night. Who knows? Thank you very much. We have been Fair Play Racing League, and we will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.